Okay, so it's about Unit 5, Business and Industry. So in business and industry, we'll be talking about different sort of business activities and the industrial activities which will help in the money making and the profit process. So business is the activity of making money by involving in the in producing and selling the products or services. So products means either it can be the product like the making of rice or making of the packaged rice, eggs, anything. The products can be anything, and the services like serving them. Like business can be of a hotel also. Hotel will not be producing the exactly the products, exactly the it won't be utilizing the raw materials, and it will be producing the food products. But what it will be doing, it will be serving the food products. Suppose the Coca-Cola factory is responsible for producing the Coke, right? And the same Coke is now served by the hotel and different laws and restaurants, and that restaurants will serve that Coke, and that is also the business. So either a business will be of the production, or it will be of the selling of the products or the services. And the industry is a manufacturing place where various goods and services are produced from the raw materials with the help of machines. Business and industry are closely related to each other because different business activities are conducted for and from the industry. This unit includes introduction to business and steps of operating the business. So the major steps here we need to learn is that how to operate a business, how to conduct a business activity, how to plan for the business activity. So business operating plan and its importance. Similarly, introduction to entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial education and its importance in context of Nepal. So it's not only in context of Nepal, entrepreneurship is important, and now it's being a biggest agenda in the worldwide session. And why it is important, we'll be talking about that also. Similarly, we'll be explaining about the grill industry. Grill industry, what does that grill industry mean? We'll be talking about that. And introduction to multinational company. This one is chapter 4. We won't be talking about chapter 4 in this second term. Okay, so here is the lesson 1, and it's about the business. So here we'll be talking about the business activities. We'll be also talking about the various factors related to operating the business, how the business can be operated. Similarly, we'll be familiar with the concepts of the conservation of the environment and sustainable development. So what does this means is that in a very shortcut way I'll be telling, because we will be explaining this in details as well. Be familiar with the concept of the conservation means conservation of the environment, and the sustainable development means whenever we carry out the business plan, either by establishing a industry or by establishing a certain organization, that will also consider the conservation of the environment. That will also help in the conservation of the environment, and it will also help in the sustainable development. So this is the meaning of this one. And be familiar with the business plan and its importance. Okay, so business refers to the activity of making, buying and selling or supplying goods or the services for the monetary profit. Monetary profit means what here? Monetary means soul, alone. Okay, so what does that mean? If a business is a alone organization, one organization will be selling, will be producing some goods and will be selling it and will be gaining the profit. So that is the monetary profit. Okay, and in this sense, business is related to producing goods and services or supplying goods and services to gain the profit. People in our society involved in various activities to fulfill their unlimited needs. The needs or demands of the people make other people involved in various activities related to producing and supplying the different goods and services. These activities conducted for earning the money are business activities. So business can be of any, you can see here in the picture also, it is a bike showroom, right? And so many bike showroom, and in this bike showroom different sort of damaged bikes are also repaired. So repairing works are also be done. So it's not only about the production of the food, it's not only about the industry. Business can be of any. Business can be of the educational sector, business can be of the health sector, business can be of any sort of sector. So we can do business in any sector, but we need to know that what is the demand of the people. Suppose we here in this COVID-19 situation, the demand of the people is of getting the right counseling from the doctor. So if we think of an idea and create a business activities related to the doctor and help the people to fulfill their demand, then that will be the perfect business in this situation. So business activities will be carried out for the for gaining the money, for earning the profit, and that will help automatically, that will help to solve the social problem that is ongoing in the environment. Okay, so suppose if we talk about the yeah, that same the COVID-19, if we talk about that also, if we talk about the lack of food production also, then that would, what we can do is that if there is a lack of food production, then one can involve in the agricultural field or agricultural work, and he can also invest in the technological field, right? He can buy some technological machineries and different advanced machineries he can buy, and he can just produce a good amount of food. And if he will be selling it, if he will be selling it to different parts of the country, then he will be earning the money, and through that money he will be earning the profit as well. And with the help of same business, if we seek for the public attention, then the demand of the food is also being fulfilled. So that means the social problem will also be fulfilled, as well as the profit is also earned. At the same time, if that organization is hiring other people, then the unemployment problem will also be fixed. So that's why this business activities and this entrepreneurial activities are very, very important in this today's generation. Okay, so first of all, we'll be knowing about how to operate a business. People involved in various business activities to generate the income required for their livelihood. People who want to involve in the business activities should be capable of operating such activities. They should have ability to analyze the market demand. As I said, people, whenever there is some problem in a society, first of all, what is that problem? We need to analyze. If you're thinking of the business, then we need to think what is the problem ongoing in the society. That means that is the analyzing the market demand. Okay, then after, human resources required to produce the goods or services. So suppose if you are making if you are thinking that there is some lack of the production of the vegetables, green vegetables in this today's market, and that is being the public demand, that is being the highest public demand in this today's generation, then what you can think is that you can just think about growing the green vegetables. You can think about investing in the agricultural field. So you can analyze that market. After analyzing, for doing the agricultural work, you need some workers. So that is the human resources required, and either to produce goods or the services. Then after, goods or services supplying place. Sorry. Okay, so here you can see goods or services supplying places means where you will be selling, because you will be producing the green vegetables. First of all, you will be investing, right? First of all, you have analyzed that there is a lack of green vegetables and people are just demanding for the green vegetables. You will be thinking that, and you thought that that can be made of business idea. So after making business idea, you'll be thinking what are the things required for making that business possible. So for implementing that, for working in the agricultural field, you need some workers, you need some farmers who will be helping you to grow the vegetables, grow the green vegetables. Then after you got the human resources also, they will be working, and you'll be also growing the green vegetables. And then after, you need some places to sell it. That is known as market. Okay, so that market, where to sell, how to supply, and you have known about the sabzi mandi, right? So that sabzi mandi is also very good platform for selling the green vegetables. So this is the very common idea that I have provided to you for the operating a business. There are so many other business activities. Just think about what are the things, what are the demand of the public. in this present generation, what are the demand of the public. Please think about that and try to analyze what may be the problem and what can be the solution with the help of the business activities. And through that you'll be also earning your profit, as well as side by side you'll be also helping other people to involve in the employment activities. That's why the unemployment problem will also be solved. So the various aspects that need to be taken into the consideration in order to operate a business is described below briefly. Okay, so here you can see, first of all, there will be the selection process. The first step of operating the business is to select the appropriate sector of the business. So what does this appropriate sector means? Either this appropriate sector can be of the public demand, or this appropriate sector can be of your interest. Okay, so that will be analyzed by your own, in which field you want to work in which field you want to invest. So that is the main theme of this selection process. Okay, selection process, selection of the business should be done on the basis of knowledge and skill, market demand, availability of the materials, etc. So here you need to consider that if there are the raw materials easily available, then you will be able to operate the business and you'll be able to gain the profit as well. But if you don't have the sufficient raw materials, suppose in Nepal, since it is a landlocked country and the marine oceans are not here, right? So if you want to make a business of this ocean animals, ocean food, right, seafood item, then what you need to think that since it is not available in Nepal, whether you can buy it from the international brand or not, whether you can export from the whether you can import from the foreign countries which have the seafood available or not. So that you need to think, you need to analyze, and then after only if you are able to import, then only you have to enter into this business. Otherwise you can select any other business also. So appropriate selection of the business helps to create the employment opportunities and develop the industrial activities. There are some of the essential aspects related to the selection of the business. Some of these aspects are presented below. Okay. For selection process, since selection process is the first process, in the selection process also there are some of the aspects which we need to consider. What are they? They are the market situation, they are the availability of the raw materials, they are the nature or form of the business. So we have known about this. Market situation means what are the things which are in the public demand. Market refers to the area where the products are bought and sold. Market situation refers to the demand of the product or the services in the specific area. You just please make sure that market situation is very very important. And market situation means it refers to the demand of the products or services in the specific area, population density, human resources in the area for the production, required quantity. The next one is availability of the raw materials. As I have already said, the business is very much dependent upon the raw materials, how it is to be exported, how it is to be imported, how it is available or not. So that one is very much important. So availability of the raw materials means the raw materials are required for the producing the goods in the selected area. Locally available raw materials are more beneficial for the production of the goods in that area. On the basis of availability of the raw materials, people should select the business for the sustainability and the success. So as I've said, when you think of the marine or the seafood, if you are thinking of doing the business of a seafood, then you should know that in our country, since it's a landlocked country and it's not touched with any sort of ocean, so it's very hard for getting the seafood, sea animals. And so since we don't have the oceans and we will not have the availability of the raw materials, so we have to import it from the foreign countries. So will that be easy for you to import from the foreign countries or not? That one you have to analyze. And after analyzing, if it is okay, if you can have the profit after even after importing from the foreign country also you have the profit, then you can go into this business, otherwise not. So availability of the raw materials is very important, and most probably we have to use the raw materials which are available in the local platform. Okay, so next one is the nature or form of the business. So various form of the business are operated in the different place. Some are operated personally, some are in partnership, and some are some businesses are operated in a cooperative form. The form of the business doesn't matter much, but the interest, capacity, and ability, etc. of the operators play a key role of the successful business. So this means if you are alone, running the business, then your vision is very clear. If you are running with a partnership means either 2 or 3 people or more than that also. If those people are also having the equal vision, equal effort, if they are providing the equal effort, then only that business will get success in future. If there are 3 people and that 3 people will be thinking in the 3 different direction, and how the business will be flourish, no? So that's why the nature of the business is also very important, and it will play a very vital role in the success of the business. Next one is the human resources. As I have said, human resources is very required for any business activities to be done. Either you need the farmers, either you need the educated person, either you need the you need the some people with a higher degree qualification, you need the skilled manpowers, but you need the human resources. So human resources refers to the required manpower for operating the business and producing goods in order to conduct the business. Able and skilled manpower can produce qualitative products in required quantity to fulfill the market demand. Thus, availability of the good human resources is one of the important aspects taken into the consideration before selecting a business. So, before selecting business also, you need to know that suppose if you are thinking of the agricultural business or producing a green vegetables, then you should know that either the manpower that you are thinking to get, either human resources you are thinking to get, because in agricultural field you need the farmers, right? Or you need such type of people who are eagerly who just want to work in the field, agricultural field. If you think that doctors will be the manpower who can be very effective for this agricultural business, then that will be the totally wrong one, no? So that's why you have to analyze which manpower will be effective, which manpower will be suitable for the business that you are doing, and that manpower can be easily available in your locality or not. That one also you should be analyzing before operating a business. Okay, so another is the physical infrastructures and other facilities. Various physical infrastructures such as electricity, water supply, communication, etc. are required to produce and supply the goods. The ability of such facilities is must in the business operating area. Besides, business plan and form, place, tax registration of the business, etc. are also taken in consideration while selecting a business. This one is very important, okay? For doing any sort of business, you must have the business plan. How to operate, what are the things that are required, what sort of things are to be analyzed. So that is the business plan. Business forms are also required. Place is also required. Where to establish a place, right? Where to establish a business. So that place is also needed. And tax registration, since before running any business, you must have the legal authorization. You must have to register in the government office. So that business is to be registered. So this one is very important. So this business plan and form means nature of the business. Okay, either the partnership, either sole. Okay, so that sort of business nature is also and should be taken in consideration. Then after place, then after tax registration. So okay, now next one is after selection process, there will be the conservation of the environment process. Okay, so business activities, not only it will just look for the profit only, but it must be considering the environment and the sustainable development as well, right? So physical and the natural environment is considered as an essential factor for the animal and plant life. Natural environment includes the totality of the physical components like air, water, resources, climatic condition, habitats of the plants and animals, etc. Before selecting the area for a business, the negative impacts of business activities on the natural environment should be analyzed. The plan for the minimizing adverse impacts of the business activities on the natural environment should be developed. Conservation and protection of the natural environment is essential while operating a business in any place. Thus, the business impact analysis and evaluation should be conducted before selecting the area for any business. So from here we should know that if you are thinking of producing any sort of materials, or if you are thinking of running a business, then you should know that that business should not hamper the environmental aspects. The environmental aspects can be air, water, or anything, land also, even the wildlife also, flora and fauna, right? So that sort of things should not be affected by the business activities that you are doing. Suppose many of the people we can see in Nepal also, even in Brikoti Kagas Karkhana, which is closed now, but before it was running. So when it was running, the very foul smell, and not only Brikoti Kagas Karkhana, there are so many other industries also, factories also, which will produce the foul smell, which will produce the smoke, and very dirty smoke through its chimney. They will also throw out the dark colored chemicals, and which are unwanted chemicals, right? So that sort of chemicals that will affect the water resources, that will affect the land resources, and if they are drank by the wild animals, then that will also affect the wild animals. So it is affecting the climatic condition also. That sort of things should be taken in consideration, that should be analyzed. If such type of things will happen, then that business will not run in a smooth manner, and government should have also will also have the authority to shut down those sort of business, those sort of factory. So that's why you have to know that if that business that you are going to do, if that will affect the environment, then that will not get success for the proper amount of time, and you will not be able to run that business for a long time. So that will not be sustainable. So you have to think of a business which will be sustainable and which will have the ability to conserve the environment as well. And evaluation of the environmental effect. Evaluation of the environmental effect refers to the study of the effect of the proposed business on the selected area. After evaluating the environmental effect, the plan to minimize adverse impact should be recognized and developed. It is also necessary to identify the prevention and control measure for minimizing the harmful effects of the business activities on the environment. The work of the evaluation should be conducted independently by an expert management committee, local people, and other stakeholders. That means evaluation should also be done, how it is the business is going to affect, because some sort of pollution can be minimized, some sort of pollution can be taken in the consideration, because it is given by government authority as well, that some sort of pollution or any activities that will impact on the environment will be taken in consider, but that should be in the right amount. If that exceeds the amount given by the government, then government should have to take some necessary action. Okay, here comes about the sustainable development. This one we have already studied in class 7 also, but also I am explaining. Sustainable development refers to environment friendly, long lasting development, and the business activities should be planned with the consideration of the concept of the sustainable development. It doesn't have any harmful effects on the natural environment. Also, it protects the natural resources for the future use. Sustainable development means we have already known that Sustainable development always refers to that sort of developmental activities which will last long and which will also help to help our future generation to get the benefit of that development, right? So sustainable development should be thought in mind, and while doing the business, this sustainable development should be taken in consideration. That will automatically help in environmental development also. Now this is the model of the business operating plan. So business operating plan, how to operate. Okay, let's see. So introduction. An individual or a group needs to have a business operating plan before conducting any business. Business plan is a blueprint of a proposed business. It is also the first step of any business. Business operating plan refers to detailed document that includes preparatory activities related to the various aspects of the business. So here you can see business plan is a blueprint of a proposed business. That means, and it is also the it refers to the detailed document that includes the preparatory activities. So preparatory activities means what? It can be place, where to construct the business, where to construct the office, right? And it can be of the raw materials, from where to buy, from where to export, what is the market demand, what are the human resources required. So that all comes under the business plan. Here you can see market research. First of all, researching about the market, what is the demand going on in the market. Then after business model, after analyzing the demand of the market, you can set up a model of a business, how to operate the business, right? So you can set a simple model. Then after marketing and planning, after you schedule a business, then you also help in providing some sort of services or the products, right? So that products or services are to be sold to some other places, to some other markets, so that you will be gaining the profit. So that is the marketing and planning. Then after long term goals, so that business that you are doing, that will also not impact the environment, that will also flourish the environmental aspect, as well as that will help in the sustainable development and earning the profit, because without gaining the profit, no any business will run in a long term. That's why for going into the long term goals, you need to have the business profit. So for this long term goal, business profit plus environmental, considering the environmental development and the sustainable development is to be considered. Then after team building, what are the human resources required for that business activities, that is to be identified. And then after developmental strategy. Developmental strategy means what are the planning that are required that will help to flourish the business activities. And trend analysis, you can see now this trend means current situation. What are the things that are going on the current situation? Suppose from the name current, I got the idea of current noodles. In that current noodles, this spicy 2x ramen noodles, you might have heard about it. So that 2x spicy ramen noodle, that was very popular, that was coming in the trend. At the same time, 2PM produced a product which is very related to the 2PM Korean spicy, right? That Korean or Japanese, that spicy noodle, it was very resembling the very similarities between that two products. So that is the trend analysis. We have to run our business according to the trend, so that we'll be earning the profit. And then after personal resources, and now what can be the personal resources? Either you can use your own land, right? Either you can use your own investment. So that are the personal resources that can be analyzed and for a business plan to run. So it helps to get an idea, business plan, business model, that will help to get an idea of a profit and loss in a prospective business. It is also about the selection of the area for conducting the business, required resources, place for the supply of the products, etc. Thus, it is essential to develop a detailed business operating plan in advance. So now only you got the idea of a business model and a business plan, how it is to be conducted. Market research, business development, marketing and planning, long-term goals, team building, development strategy, trend analysis, and personal resources. So this one all I have described in brief. I hope you got to know about it. So here is the model of the business operating plan. So the first one is the planning. Either if you think about pottery, then how the business will be carried on, so that you'll be thinking. Then after, you'll be thinking of the place for operating, right? Where you'll be opening, where you'll be constructing the office, either in your own house or in some rental house. Okay, so that can be also done. And production detail. So what are the things that you'll be producing? Suppose if you are doing the pottery activities, then you'll be producing clay pots, you'll be producing clay fruits, and different sort of things you'll be producing related to clay, right? And market management now. Now, after producing, these products are to be sold to some of the environment, right? So for that, the market for the produced items will be the locality initially, and the market will be extended in other areas as per the demand of the people. So clay pots you also have known as money bank, right? Piggy bank. So those sort of things are also the product of this pottery activities, and pottery business will be helping to produce that sort of products, and that are to be sold in some of the areas. First of all, it will be in a local area, then after it can be extended to other areas, or internationally also it can be exported, but it depends upon the demand. And next one is the investment. How much you have to invest? Okay, so how much you need to invest in in certain business that you are thinking. If you are thinking of the pottery, then you have to invest 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh. How much you have to invest, right? So that you need to think. And current capital. Current capital also means the investment only. Suppose current capital means you have 5 lakh of rupees, and that 5 lakh of rupees you will be investing in this business activities, then that will be the current capital. After current capital also, after that investing 5 lakh of rupees also, you have to invest when the business will be in progress, when the business will be running in a long-term basis, then you might have to invest some more amount. So that comes under the investment. Next one is the plan for production. What are the products that you will be producing? So that you need to make a plan. And approximate details of the income. So that products that you are producing, at what price that you will be selling, so that you will be gaining the profit, that also you need to analyze. And here is the importance of business operating plan. This one is very, very important. You can see business operating plan is the key role to achieve the success in any business. The importance are scheme for investment. Scheme means, let's see, business operating plan provides the details about the required investment and its possible sources. It helps to manage the required investment and its proper mobilization. So scheme of investment means, if you have 5 lakhs of rupees at the today in the current situation, that 5 lakhs, how will you invest? First of all, you will be investing only 2 lakhs as the current capital, and other remaining 3 lakhs in the while the running the business. So that scheme that you have to analyze, how will you invest? Or you will invest directly 5 lakhs as a current capital. So how you will be running the business, that are to be analyzed according to the what business you are doing. Next is course of action. So business operating plan is a course of action in the form of draft to conduct the proposed business. It helps to move the activities to conduct the business. So course of action means, suppose today you'll be making a business plan, and in that business plan you'll be thinking that in 1 year we'll be making a very good market. In second year you'll be having you'll be producing a very good quantity of the products. In third year you'll be increasing the quantity of the products, as well as you'll be increasing the different sorts of products also, types of products also you'll be increasing. In fourth year you'll be gaining this much amount of profit. So that are the proposed plan, and that is the proposed action also that you'll be mentioning earlier in the business plan. So it will help to know what are the things that you are aiming, what are the things you are thinking of in your business activities. Next is the management of the resources. Various resources such as raw materials, manpower are needed to conduct a business, and business operating plan helps to manage these resources for conducting a business activities. Mobilization of resources means okay, so it helps to mobilize the resources as planned in advance. The plan avoids confusion and obstacles regarding the mobilization of the raw materials, human resources, etc. while conducting the business. Next one is management of the finance and team members. So some businesses may be conducted in the partnership and may require more investors. Clear and attractive business plan attracts possible investment and investor to conduct intended business in partnership. So if you are thinking of doing a business alone, then you do not need to just think about what other will invest. But if you are thinking of the partnership business, then you must be analyzing that what your partners, how much they will be investing, and are they really attracted for doing the same sort of business that you are thinking or not. That also needed to be analyzed. Okay, so this was all about Unit 5 Lesson 1. Do you have any questions?